Hello everyone. I don't come again. This is something that happened last week. A young man arrived from the soil of West Africa and minding his own business, fending for himself, making a means of livelihood, not waiting for handouts, not on the streets begging. Arrived in the US, probably they said about 6 months ago, and was DoorDashing. So this happened on Valerie Drive in Orange County, New York, the night of Friday, May 2nd. So 48-year-old Chester Hwy Superintendent John Reilly III shot a 24-year-old West African immigrant in the back. Luckily, thank God, this young man did not die. Ask me what happened. Like I said, he was out fending for himself, but so he got lost while trying to deliver the DoorDash order. He went to the home of Hwy Superintendent Reilly to ask if he ordered anything from DoorDash and to deliver it. And to me, right, who better to ask for assistance in locating a building, a property, even directions in the neighborhood, other than a highway superintendent? But in this case, it's a case of who better not to ask, really. So the young man's phone was dead, and he was trying to deliver this order. Probably his last delivery. I don't know, but I'm just saying because it's at night. Probably his last delivery before he heads back home. So because his phone was dead, he knew the address of where he was going. So, but probably because it was dark, he couldn't figure out the house numbers. Because sometimes that happens. I have dashed before, so I know. Some buildings don't have house numbers that's really visible, and especially not at night. And the other thing that really shocks me is this young man had already gone to other neighbors to ask if they ordered something, and none of them shot at him. This is a young man that's not even familiar with the area. So my thing also is that Reilly, right? Reilly, who has the Ring security system installed in his house, right? There's two-way communication with Ring. You don't even have to open your door. Did you order anything? His response to the boy was no. And the next thing is, get off my property. Okay. And the young chap was about leaving. Here comes, I guess he was probably hunting for something. Or maybe some kind of, I don't want to say racism, but I'm pointing in that direction. Because what would have prompted a 48-year-old man who can visibly see this young man through the Ring video system and was communicating back and forth with him? How would that lead to a shootout? And not one gunshot, not two, multiple gunshots. This shooter, Jesus. I mean, some people just need to think, if that was my own child, because a 48-year-old guy is old enough to birth this 24-year-old. If that was my own child doing DoorDash, would you be happy to see someone shoot at him like that? He wasn't burglarizing your property. He wasn't armed. He wasn't armed in any way, shape, or form. He wasn't an armed robber. So this shooter grabbed grabbed a firearm, strapped it on his back. Meanwhile, he had another gun that he was holding onto, shooting. Are you going to a battlefield? What do you need a firearm strung to your back? So what do you need? I mean, you're not going to war. It's not like you heard your home broken into, that you would strap yourself with a firearm on your back and you're holding on to another gun. You already communicated with the boy and he was leaving. You can see this through your security system. So what would have warranted you to shoot at him? Not once, not twice, 3 times. He fired 3 shots. 3 towards this young man, which hit him on the back. As he got into, he was already in his Toyota Corolla, about leaving your property, and you shot at him like an animal. He wasn't provoking you. He wasn't burglarizing your home. He wasn't even trespassing in any, knowingly. Look at the ring video. So after being shot at, this young man had to drive over 12 miles with the wounds to his back, his bloody self, all the way to Middletown. Over 12 miles from where he was shot, covered in blood from the gunshots. Like I said, he didn't plan on robbing Reilly. He didn't plan on breaking into his home. He didn't have any weapon on him. He didn't have any other ulterior motive aside from asking, is this your order? And I want to deliver it. That was all. Only trying to make a means of livelihood for himself. He didn't have any other ulterior motive other than delivering that food, that order, other than doing his job. That was all he wanted to do. I think as of right now, the young man has undergone 2 surgeries, and heaven knows how many other surgeries he's still going to have to go through. And then after all this, will he still be able to work? Would he still be able to do his job without fear of being shot at again, or attempting to kill him again? I'm sure the poor guy is just traumatized about that. He just landed in the US. He just arrived here from, I guess it's Guinea-Bissau in West Africa. Anyway, Reilly was arrested on Saturday and charged with assault in the 1st degree, which is a Class B felony, criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd degree, which is a Class C felony, criminal possession of a firearm, which is a Class E felony. He was arraigned in Orange County and remanded to Orange County Jail in lieu of a bond of $250,000 cash, $500,000 bond, or $750,000 partially secured bond. But he already posted bail. Reilly is back home now after posting bail. But this innocent young victim is still in the hospital. An innocent victim that was only trying to get directions or ask for assistance from a highway superintendent. Who better to ask for assistance? A young man that's trying to work hard for his money, not asking for handouts, not asking for anybody to give him anything for free, not standing on street corners begging for money, not asking for hand-me-down from anyone, and not trying to be a liability or a burden to the society, but was shot at. The poor boy is still in the hospital. The victim's family have said they want Reilly removed, but apparently he cannot be removed because his position is that elected position. He can only resign. but they're asking for justice to prevail over all this. I don't blame them. The boy could have been killed. Instead of the back, the gunshot had gone to the back of his head. And he had to drive over 12 miles. He just arrived. He probably didn't know any better because he wasn't expecting this to happen. May the Lord continue to protect us. May the Lord continue to protect our children. Watch the video. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so very much for watching. I leave you with love, peace, and joy always. If you've not subscribed yet to my channel yet, please find it in your heart to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Until next time.
Was accused of shooting a DoorDash delivery driver who was lost and asking for help. Brandon Holdridge initially issued a fairly neutral statement, but that opinion changed after seeing this doorbell video of the shooting that law enforcement is reviewing.
I can't imagine what was going through, minds in that scenario. It's really just of shock and disbelief.
A man believed to be Reilly fires a warning shot, then aims at a car down the driveway, yelling, "Go." There are 2 additional shots, one that went through the victim's Toyota Corolla. It matches the sequence of events the 24-year-old told his family.
When he grabbed his firearm, and he just started shooting at him, and he thought his life was over.
Reilly is back home after posting.
Chester Highway Supervisor John Reilly is allegedly seen here in this leaked video taken on his own Ring camera with a firearm strapped to his back and another in his hand as he seemingly fires 3 shots at a lost DoorDash driver who was trying to get away in his car.
Seeing the video, it's chilling.
Chester Supervisor Brandon Holdridge says they haven't heard from the elected official since his arrest on Saturday, even though he's now out on bail.
No one saw this coming.
Police say the victim was shot once in the back outside of Reilly's house in Chester on Friday and seriously hurt. He was seen just before the shooting going to another house, as seen here, trying to deliver food.
I have a dog. My phone is broken. Can you help?
Holdridge says they're fielding calls for Reilly to be fired, but that their hands are tied.
He's an elected official, so that means we have no power to force him to resign.
2 Chester judges have stepped aside from the case, canceling his next court appearance in town until the Orange County DA says it can be moved somewhere else or he's indicted. The victim's family says the Dasher remains hospitalized but is getting better by the day. Blaze Gomez,